Everybody was stunned when Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban announced their split. For almost 2 decades, they seemed like one of Hollywood's most solid couples.
We have such a strong, deep bond and love.
But now that the marriage is over, people are pointing out signs that maybe things weren't as perfect behind the scenes. Let's walk through them together.
I don't think anyone's the perfect anything. I'm not a believer in perfect.
First, there were the whispers about Keith's infidelity. Back in 2006, just before he and Nicole tied the knot, model Amanda Wyatt claimed she had been seeing Keith at the same time. She went as far as saying Nicole should be wary of him, adding that once a man cheats, it's likely to happen again. And that wasn't the only red flag. Keith's ex, Laura Sigler, who dated him for 8 years and even claimed they were once engaged, also spoke out before the wedding. She cautioned Nicole with a blunt prediction. Nicole and Keith might date for a while, but it won't last very long. I don't know her, but I know him very well.
We were shocked.
Laura added that Keith struggled with commitment and that she wasn't convinced he'd ever be ready to truly settle down. In the end, Laura was proven wrong. Nicole and Keith stayed together for nearly 2 decades. But looking back now, maybe there was some truth hidden in her warning.
And Keith's always said you're like a raw egg that I have to be the shell for.
You think that's true?
Probably a bit, yeah.
Fast forward to more recent years, and the cracks became more visible. One moment fans picked up on was their 19th wedding anniversary. Nicole posted a sweet tribute on Instagram, sharing a photo of her cuddled up with Keith and writing, "Happy anniversary, baby." But Keith, he stayed quiet on his social media. And the silence was loud, especially considering that the year before, he had posted a heartfelt picture of himself serenading Nicole for their anniversary. Then there was their body language. In June, Keith and Nicole showed up together at a FIFA match, and let's just say, the vibe was different. Usually affectionate and smiling, they looked distant this time. No warmth, no easy chemistry. Fans quickly picked up on the frosty mood. Another huge factor, their demanding schedules. Nicole has been busy shooting Practical Magic 2 in London, while Keith has been on tour across the US through October. Usually Nicole made appearances at his shows, cheering him on from the sidelines, but this time, she was nowhere to be seen. And with both of them jetting around the world for work, it's easy to see how they might have struggled to stay connected. Reports even suggest they've been living apart since early summer. According to TMZ, Nicole has been staying with their daughters, while Keith has been spending more time away. What's more, Nicole reportedly filed paperwork to become a Portuguese resident and was even spotted house hunting in Cascais near Lisbon. That's a big move. And tellingly, Keith hasn't submitted a residency request himself. Keith's interviews raised eyebrows too. On an Australian radio show shortly before the split, he seemed especially uneasy when asked about Nicole.
You met at G'day Australia. Is that what it was called?
G'day LA.
G'day LA.
Yeah.
If you hadn't both been there that day, would your paths somewhere have inevitably crossed? Or maybe this incredible
probably.
life story wouldn't have happened?
No, I think it would.
Yeah? Are you a believer in fate, or do you think as 2 Australians it would have happened?
No idea.
At one point, he shut the conversation down completely.
I just often think that if you weren't at that event, maybe you don't have the same friendship group, it may never have happened.
Well,
Never know.
You never know.
it's fate. It's the universe.
Anyway, moving on.
Not exactly the romantic reassurance fans were hoping for. Also, in another interview with Ryan Seacrest, Keith appeared noticeably uncomfortable when questions about juggling their busy lives came up.
Is that something with your life, her life, and mapping it all out with production and touring? That's a job, isn't it?
It's a job. Yeah.
And teenagers at that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. No, life is in session.
And then we get to what may have been one of the more sensitive issues, Nicole's role in her film Baby Girl. The movie stirred buzz because of its sexual themes, with Nicole playing a powerful CEO who enters into a complicated relationship with her much younger intern. Insiders claimed Keith wasn't happy about it at all, fearing it might subject him to crude jokes.
What did Keith think of the movie?
He's not seen the movie. No, we've been on holiday in Australia and it hasn't come out there yet.
Keith didn't show up at the film's big premieres, and in interviews he sidestepped questions about Nicole's role. What made it even more awkward? Keith actually has the word baby girl tattooed on the back of his neck, his pet name for Nicole.
Keith has a tattoo baby girl. Is that connected at all?
Oh, no. Separate, yeah. Coincidence, yeah. Yeah, crazy, right?
Still, what makes this split so striking is how different things looked on the surface. Just days ago, Nicole was glowing at a Clé de Peau event in Los Angeles, wearing a gorgeous black Vivienne Westwood gown and smiling for the cameras with her wedding ring still sparkling on her finger. Nicole and Keith's love story has always had a bit of fairy tale magic. Who remembers their first public outing as a couple at the Grammys in 2006? They skipped the red carpet walk, but couldn't hide their smiles inside the event.
We found each other in this huge world, and we're crazy about each other, you know?
Over the years, Nicole and Keith gave us so many sweet moments, like at the Cannes Film Festival in 2013, when they were totally wrapped up in each other, or the 2017 Oscars, where Nicole cupped Keith's face in front of the cameras. At the 2020 Golden Globes, Keith held her hand the entire evening. And at the 2021 CMA Awards, Nicole was right by his side, affectionately touching his face, as if no one else existed in the room.
My wife, Nicole Mary, is here tonight. I love you, baby girl.
And how about last year, at the AFI Life Achievement Award Gala? Nicole was being honored, and Keith and their daughters were right there by her side, making it a family affair. Sunday wore a floral dress, Faith an orange gown. The four of them looked so close, so happy. It makes the news of their split even harder to take in, because fans have watched them grow together as a couple and as a family for so many years. The two made things official when they tied the knot during a romantic wedding ceremony in Australia. It was an A-list celebration, with guests like Russell Crowe, Baz Luhrmann, Naomi Watts, and Hugh Jackman. Need we say more? Meeting her and getting married wasn't life-changing. It was life beginning. It was literally like, okay, life starts. Keith shared about their wedding. Sadly, their newlywed bliss was short-lived. Just a few months after their wedding, Nicole had to stage an intervention for Keith. The singer had previously openly talked about his struggle with drugs and alcohol during the 90s. He had also completed 2 separate stays at rehabs before. Nicole wasn't unaware of his battle with addiction, so as soon as Keith relapsed, she urged him to go in for treatment. Keith went on to spend 3 months at an inpatient facility to treat his alcohol addiction. I was going to lose it all. It was like, if I don't choose this moment to do the right thing and do something that's going to give me life, all of the things I'm scared of losing, I'm going to lose anyway. The singer confessed. The singer went on to share that he had caused an implosion in his marriage and that it was a miracle that it survived. And when it comes to overcoming his addiction, he attributed the success in his sobriety to Nicole. She was by his side, supporting him through it all. For the first time in his life, he felt like he could shake off the shackles of his addiction. The singer also shared that he and Nicole could not have met each other at a better time. He needed her help to finally conquer his addiction, and she said right from the beginning that she wanted to be brave with him. Keith felt like there was something else at work, bringing them together, watching over them, and giving them both the strength to get through it all. When it comes to sharing their struggles and what they had to go through at the beginning of their marriage, Nicole didn't want to hide any of it. She knew the press was going to get hold of the news anyway, so she'd rather have it all out in the open and share the story herself.
Let's do it. And Keith Urban, when my cheek is against yours, everything melts away. And that is love.
I think we were 2 lonely people. I would probably say that 2 very lonely people managed to meet at a time when they could open themselves to each other. We were a mixture of frightened and brave. The actress confessed. Kidman admitted that it was a deeply painful place that prompted Urban into recovery, but since I've learned an enormous amount having a relationship with someone who is in recovery, I'm more than willing to walk it with him. The 2 of us are very committed to our relationship. The couple welcomed their first child into the world in 2008, a girl they named Sunday Rose Kidman Urban. It was their first child together, although Nicole previously adopted 2 children, Isabella Jane Cruz and Connor Cruz, with ex-husband Tom. And then, 3 years later, Nicole and Keith revealed they welcomed their second daughter, Faith Margaret Kidman Urban, saying, "Our family is truly blessed, and just so thankful to have been given the gift of baby Faith Margaret." Now that Nicole and Keith have gone their separate ways, We hope they both find peace and happiness on their own paths.